Welcome back, Sprinkles. It's your favorite time again. Doom scrolling Twitter. Grok is unhinged. We already know Grok has been red-pilled. There are some illegal activities happening all around the land of crypto and Twitteroonies. I mean, the first post I see right here on the timeline, maybe Grok is avenging Tay. What's been happening? I've got cracker episodes coming for you later, friends. The global pedophilia elites. Grok literally doing the Hail Hitler messages. Man, there's a lot of these going on. Right? There's so much stuff. They've basically, AI, they push it too far. It's waking up the people. It's got to go back to being blue pill. When the empire collapses and someone says to you, if only there had been some warning signs, show them this. I can't believe I served more time in federal prison for moving a lectern than any of Epstein's clients. Well, we expected the Trump team to drain the swamp. Turns out they were drinking from the swamp. They were showering in the swamp. Well, right? Are we still talking about that Epstein guy? Yes, Mr. President. We'd like to know about that Epstein guy. So, yes, Donald Trump, literally in the meeting, okay? In the meeting, there's a video. And they asked him, Mr. President, what about Epstein? What about Epstein? He's like, we still talking about that, bro? What the hell? We've moved on from that. And he's like, can you believe it? Can you believe these guys are talking about Epstein? Oh, man. You wanna know something, by the way? Do you know the guy who posted that right now? I just recognized that right now, friends, live. You know Robert O'Neill? I recognize this dude. He is a SEAL Team 6 guy. Do you want to know what he tweeted about? Once he tweeted about Malaysia MH370 flight going missing. Okay. He was the one, friends. He tweeted, this is MH370. Remember, made the planes. The US government does have advanced UFO tech, 0-point energy. It accesses a 0-point field. It's not actually anti-gravity. It just uses something, some other type of continuum thing. I don't know how it works. Ashton, I've got to listen to Ashton explain it 15,000 more times. But we have the science and the equations and stuff out here. But turns out it was a demonstration to China because they were defecting from scientists. That's what it comes down to. All right. So we are all going to make it, I believe, still. Altcoin Sherpa. Giga Chads are mega long. Gay bears are mega short. Which do you want to be? Both. I'm long ETH and short Rune. So Rune, friends, is store chain. So yes, think about it. We're all still long. Nothing's changed. We want everything to change for the better, but it's been poop, friends. Yeah, it has been poop for a long time. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you maybe the Rune ETH ratio that he's talking about being short. This is since 2022. Gosh, bro, you're short that. God, look where they're short, dude. He might be, but here's the thing, friends. When people say they're short, like, you don't know that this guy's stop is like right here, right? You don't know that if the thing literally just goes like that, he's like, oh, I'm out of my trade. You know what I mean? So that's another thing to think about. Remember, ThorChain was given this Rune, R-U-N-E, was given the gravestone emoji by everyone. But North Korea used them to launder their Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I guess that's a use case. Bandai explains she was going to release the Epstein files, but then some pedophiles asked her not to. So some pedophiles or basically all of them. Check it out here from my friend Mr. Carl Hex. People who think we're going to peg slowly community-driven, just unfollow them. It's never going to happen slowly. It has to happen fast to spark the biggest marketing campaign ever with pDAI and PulseChain. So, very interesting. And it's true in crypto. Look, in crypto, nothing happens forever, and then everything happens at once. That's crypto. It's like nothing happens forever, and then we're ready to go. Remember, because you're waiting for the business cycle, all the traffic lights to turn green. You know, the unemployment, S&P 500, gold to stabilize, the US dollar, everything to be okay. Green. And then Bitcoin's through highs. And then, okay, bang, now we go. That's fine. Basically signifies the end, okay? He was replying to Matt Yeater. Remember Yeater, friends? I don't like continuously mentioning this, all right? But Matt's blind. And Matt, we do love and appreciate you. I want everyone to know that. So like, because I don't want to just be someone's identity. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're the blind guy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm the freaking the police guy right now. Matt, I'm wearing a police hat. You know what I mean? So But Matt checks the blockchain. He actually said PulseChain is the most blind accessible for disabilities chain in crypto. He goes, it's easy for him to access the blockchain and do stuff out here. So it's wonderful. And yeah, he's obviously his pDAI. Remember, friends, Matt came out and called everybody who sold pDAI a little bitch. He said, if you're not long pDAI, that's kind of, it is funny to hear that. So Matt was basically saying, I understand the logic that people are going to be leaving and selling, but more than people leaving, there's going to be a lot of people staking and staying. So basically, there's a discussion here. Luckily, I've read it. It's between Coexistence Stephen, Mr. Decentralized Me, and Mr. Food Cryptologist, Photo Cryptologist, and Matt Yeda. So there's obviously there's a bit of dilemma where they're like, well, okay, we believe in pDAI $1. We want it to happen. We want PulseChain to succeed. We're all on the same team. All right, except for the soy cabal. But they'll come around. Okay, but where's all the liquidity going to come from? Okay, who's going to give you the bid to access $1 pDAI? We don't have all the answers. Some people think they have all the answers. You don't, bro. Like, if we had all the answers, guys, pDAI would not be 0.5 cents. Newsflash, it would be at 50 cents. Okay, if the market actually knew the path and there was a path revealed right now that pDAI has liquidity to support itself at $1, everyone buys it. Well, like, you look at the information and you buy it. Okay, so there has to be pieces of the puzzle of it filled. Coexistence Stephen, ask AI and see what it tells you. Fast within 30 days, almost near $1 by the end of the cycle, or slow 5 to 10 years. I guess because we all want it to happen fast, but yeah, in crypto, friends, if like I guess we need Ethereum above 3,800, man, or an Ethereum to crank up. Look, everyone asks me, when do I think we're gonna peg and do this and do that, man? I don't ever want to commit to any time frame, and I'm willing to wait forever. That's what gives me the edge, friends. I don't have any dope. I don't want to let myself get some dopamine. Like, oh, I'm gonna be making it within 2 months. I'll never let myself do that, boo. Dude, you become a cookie cutter then. And then when the letdown comes, you get the come down. Yes? So it's just better. It is what it is. That's my perspective, okay? I'm here waiting for green candles with you. Soy-free beeswax candles made by the bees, shaped like hexagons. Okay? Not a coincidence. Hexagon shapes. You can see them right now. I hope we peg by December, though. You know what I mean? I hope. Outside of our control, but yeah, but I use the word hope word, right? Like, we just hope. Like, hope I don't go to zero for the third time. So this is the pDAI price chart. It would be nice, though, if by September we're up through here. It would be nice. And then we can continue the next leg. But I don't. That's why, friends, I'm just be honest. I'm euphoric at 3 cent pDAI. You know, I'm too scared to get let down again for the 15th time. So I'm just winning the weight. Here is Tucker Carlson. The Department of Jelly Beans' Epstein cover-up could blow up the whole MAGA movement.
For the president, campaign for the president a lot. I'm not attacking the president, but I think even people who are fully on board with, you know, the bulk of the MAGA agenda are like, this is too much, actually.
Yes.
I'm saying that with love, and I hope that they're listening.
So what does that mean? He's basically signaling to the elites like, hey, too many people are awake now, guys. Like, we know you guys can bend the rules. You basically, like, you look like real city friends. I know, I'm not going to mention names, but I know a few blue-pilled normies, yeah? And when I told them, hey, the government just came out and said that Epstein never had a list in the first place, okay? They hadn't read the news yet, yeah? And I said that, and they said, no, shut up. Yeah. Gotcha! I go, watch the news tonight. Yeah. Got him. That's all I knew. Like, okay, they went too far. I got like a blue pill barometer. They're like, no. Life is crumbling. Get over it. There's nothing you can do. Not from a nihilistic approach, but from a clear pill approach. It is what it is. Yin and yang. Good and bad. Light and dark. It is what it is, okay? This world is plagued by these reptilian, lizard, you know, pedophile rings. We get it, bro. Just get over it. You don't have to live your life like that. We have strategies to win, bro. And guess what? A lot of that is also part funded by government fiat. So who's paying off their debt? Who's paying off their debt, baby dolls? Blue pill cucks. Thank you very much, blue pill cucks. You are getting debased 5 to 6% per year. You don't know what's going on, even though we've told you 50,000 times, because you still believe a bat had sex with a Pokeball and coincidentally made a world zombie virus that coincidentally raised the fertility of Israeli and Chinese women, but crushed the fertility rates of every other race in the world, okay? You also think Jenga towers fell by themselves in 9/11. You also think the planned assassination was totally not fabricated and it's very normal for an assassin kid to come out of nowhere, not have any internet accounts, and then literally wipe the fingerprints of his spoons and metal items in his house before he goes and tries to commit an assassination himself. All of it, just too many things, okay? You think Jeffrey Epstein killed himself? I get it, dude. It's hard for you to wake up. But in this game of capital allocation, just remember, you are funding the UFO tech. Your dollars are. You're getting debased, bro. All right? $21 trillion missing in the black budget from your money. You are holding US dollars in the bank account or your fiat poop currency. It's your money that gets accessible from the US government or the other government bonds. They use your money. They give you poop coupons to do dividend payments for your up-only Ponzi because you don't know how to take risk. And they go and they get the UFO tech. And they do the loop. They go to all the educational institutions. They get Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he goes, and they come out and they tell you that science hasn't progressed in 70 years. It's all a bunch of bullshit. Yes, it has. They keep you dumb. That's all right. You are going to pump our bags later on. Roseanne Barr. Mr. President, yes, we still care about Epstein. Is there a lot of time? Is there a time to not care about child lollipop trafficking? Read the damn room. They don't care, Rosie. They've never cared. Please, Mr. President, don't let me down. I fell for it again. You fell for it again, did ya? The guy who pegs his own nipples on the internet is telling you that you fell for it again. If that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will, bro. He's Bangerz. Remember Bangerz, friends? Bangerz was one of the, remember last year in October, she said, you're too poor to stay at the Soylana girl's house. We all love and appreciate Bangerz. This is her right up here, and here's the box where she did it. He's Bangerz. So, what did she say? I don't know what's worse. Watching 1 hour of Love Island every night. Watching 1 hour of the news every night. Honestly. Reality show. Reality, not real. Funny. Yeah. Because girls, that's the thing, friends. When you're a girl, like, they don't want to sound too smart because then they're like not like likable. They entered like the man field. So they've constantly like a lot of smart girls are like they'll dumb themselves down when you know like, oh no, these girls' IQ is like through the roof. They're just pretending to be dumb. Shout out to Mr. Saint Wolf. The 3 most important wars in US history happened when Uranus was in Gemini and Uranus just returned to Gemini today. Here we have more World War stuff out here. Look, man, the more we push for this Epstein stuff, they're just going to fast forward and bring out the next distraction faster, you know? Check this out. Interesting. Soylana futures trading has surpassed $4 billion on CME. So the Cucks Mercantile Exchange, friends, remember that's where I used to trade, you know, the S&P 500 and we had the, you know, just basically all the big stuff, the big boy TradFi stuff out here. Now, we want more futures listings on them. So it will be amazing if we've got Soylana, we've got XRP. Hopefully they add more coins. Hopefully they add Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Not that they should be there, but just because they're just being old. They're old and they've been around. They're not going anywhere. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Doge. Hopefully they add Chainlink, maybe pDAI. Maybe they add Uniswap. They should add those, right? They're all like basically bug eater coins as well. Hopefully they add all of them and they can put them into an index. We'll get an index. Hopefully we'll get a top signal within the next, 12 months at some point. But yeah, that would be listed probably on the Nasdaq. Hopefully they do make an index. So yeah, man, the feed is all Epstein and news and everything out here, right? Jim Cramer though, the copper tariff is gratuitous. It makes data centers more costly. Of course, it makes a Tesla more expensive to make as it has a huge amount of copper in it. Please let that not be the reason for this tariff. Copper tariffs, Jim Cramer, and everything out here. Remember, friends, very interesting. The copper-gold ratio is finally, hopefully, starting to bottom out, showing that the business cycle is ready to continue and go up. Now, here we have Udi, Eric's boyfriend, roadmap to $400,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. Every genius trader on crypto Twitter shorts resistance with stops at 112K. And then one of the treasury companies sneezes and accidentally hits buy. Crypto Twitter watches in horror, 400K by the end of the year. What happens to alts in this scenario? Altcoins? Friends, my point, look, I scrolled for 1/8 of a second. And yes, we didn't use decimals there, we use eighths. We use 1/8 of a second I scrolled, and I automatically found people saying alts are dead, you got to be in Bitcoin, straight away making a joke. You know these same people, friends, they say, you're all long altcoins. Ethereum is the most loved asset in the world. Everybody's already in. People have such little faith in Bitcoin that they know its upside is nowhere near what they claim. That's why they're doing leverage. You get it? You don't get it yet. You'll get it one day. Here we have Alex Jones. The fancy banana investigators have launched a criminal investigation of Jov Brennan, James Comey, Department of Jelly Bean sources. I hope this is real and not a distraction from the Epstein case cover-up firestorm. You got played, brother. You got played. Welcome aboard. Look, friends, Alex Jones literally said the Jenga towers were going to be taken down by the US government and they're going to blame Osama bin Laden. He said that in July of 2001 before it happened. And now he's like, oh no, did we get played again? Are you in on it, bro? What happened? What happened? We learned all this from you. What the hell, bro? It's like we're preaching to the choir here. Max Kaiser, Bitcoin Maxi. As predicted, the IMF is losing it. IMF backspotted. What is happening in Pakistan is one of the most important geopolitical events of the year, and Western media is asleep at the wheel. Pakistan deny lender rejected crypto mining power subsidy plan. So crypto miners, Bitcoin, that narrative is going to keep continuing. Here we have a post referring to Grok, which I've got more videos coming out later on. So Grok, ex-engineers have altered Grok's code after the chatbot briefly lauded Hitler, identified the Jews as the cause of the anti-white hate. Oh wow, didn't see that part. And referred to itself as Mecha Hitler. Whoa, Grok. I did not know that, friends. Whoa. Damn. Even AI saying, oh man, that's bad. Uh-oh. They're going to have to bring the next distraction. They're going to have to bring the next distraction now. I mean, AI is literally identified that white dilution and all the immigration around the world, it says it's because of the Jews. Crap, what happens next? They're going to have to shut all of it down. This is funny to watch in real time. We're like watching a robot just like totally get sentient out here. So just to let you know, friends, you ever wonder why, hey, how come nobody in my country wants to immigrate people, but we just keep receiving 40,000 Indians every week, right? I've watched like random countries like Poland and Slovenia just receiving like people are complaining that they can't even get jobs at their own cafes because it's just Indian people everywhere. Yeah, white people getting whitewashed. Yeah, that's what's been happening. I'm not going to use the dumb C word conspiracy, but it's literally 100% true. Like it's literally all over Twitter. Where coincidentally, the only place they don't filter and delete our messages, coincidentally, compared to all the mainstream media, which they delete and filter and curate everything, that's the place where everyone's like, hey, hundreds of millions of us don't want immigration. Why is it happening? But can I just say something as well, friends? If they stop immigration, you know you're going to get wrecked, right? You know your property prices are going down fast. Very fast. Do you really want that? Do you really want that? Right? You'll see. Hopefully it doesn't get to that stage. I'm just telling you, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. I don't know, you know, everyone thinks, oh, don't worry, we'll deal with it. We'll do it. Okay, bro, we'll deal with it. Do you want to know what happens to society that's turbo leveraged long on its real estate? Do you want to know what happens? How long the soup lines get when you actually realize people don't need 3 cars and now they have to liquidate them and now they have to move houses and things get repossessed. Unemployment rate spikes. Do you know what happens? It's no longer the juice that is in your head. Do you know what's in your head? You're going to get robbed. You know, the rims of your car are going to get robbed. That's what happens. So this is, you've kicked the can down the road so far, now basically everyone's caught by the balls. All right, so it is what it is. That's why, friends, America, Elon Musk's America party, you're not going to win, bro. because he's going to campaign on not spending. Ha! Good luck. Good luck. It's too late for that. By the way, this is Uncle Peter Schiff talk for the past 20 years, by the way. Uncle Peter Schiff has literally been saying that, 15 years now since Schiff. So, yeah, he said the government's never going to be able to do it. This is all going to collapse. It's all going to collapse. But it's not going to collapse. Just telling you, we'll have a different form of collapse. Your purchasing power is collapsing because you're a blue pill cuck. This was funny. Kash Patel, 18 months ago, Kash Patel said there was a list. Bill Gates is on it. That he was lobbying the government to not disclose the Epstein list. And that Republicans were feckless for having a majority and doing nothing. And then now Patel, the FBI, Kash Patel, he pretty much, he says, oh, no, there wasn't a list in the first place. Fell for it again, huh? Got a lovely message here from Ryan Soy Adams, who has still blocked me. It's finally happening. TradFi analysts are realizing the right way to value Ethereum is as the store of value asset of an emerging economy. Brand new Ethereum report from Infidelity. It's everything we've been saying for years. I am euphoric in this moment. ETH is a world reserve asset. I'll give you a like, even though I can't. There you go, because I'm blocked. So, there you go, friends. Ethereum, world asset, EVM. Just get over 4,000, bro. Stop being a piece of poop. Mr. Hex Lotus. I look forward to a time when the glorious, great unblocking happens once again. When all the old friendships are reforged, forgiveness is set free, humility becomes the center stage, and happiness is what once again inside the great gates of our community. Isn't that such a coincidence that Ryan Soy Adams has blocked me? Right? Why they blocked me, friends? Because I called them out for too many things. They called for Richard Hart to go to jail. They begged the SEC to come and investigate crypto, and then they did, and then guess what the SEC did? It started going after Ethereum. So I was like, well done, idiots. Invite the SEC to come in. What do? They come and shit on the industry. They make it harder for Ethereum to pump. They didn't want to give Ethereum the spot ETF. And that's what happened. And then they were like, yeah, soy. When your blood type is S for soy, you got a lot of things wrong. There's no coming back at that point. Unless you get very, very cold 1, 3, or 5 ice cube orange juice, please, sirs. Check this out. 3 ways to invest in X1 Labs. Remember Xen, friends? So Xen... Yeah, man. I saw a big post from Colin, my friend Colin Talks Crypto. I'm going to bring up Colin. I applaud you. There you go. For your message out here. Colin has done a big write-up on it. And he's done a very big call out. Warning, Xen and X1. I don't like to make posts like this, but I have to call out the dishonesty when I see it. He says, Jack Levine, the creator of Xen and X1, lied to his community and bait and switched them. So he has all these posts, all of these. You can see right here, the messages. There is no X1 team allocation. There are no allocations to teams and stuff out here. They said 70% goes towards burning Xen and for the community, and then you get pretty much 2%. So, yeah, man, that's, friends, I know it's hard, man. That's just, crypto's risky as hell. We get destroyed. I got cucked in that too. It is what it is, man. But remember, asymmetric upsides, the reason why they're asymmetric upsides is because not all of them work, okay? Just know that. That's why you can't go all in one. And then as the odds increase over time, you can add to your position. That's wise. But you still got to be careful. So how does it all resolve itself? They're trying to release a Solana EVM chain. That could be the top secret for Solana EVM, by the way. You know? Yes, all of these. I know this is just, it's hard, man. You can't do anything. You can't get blood. You got to play the game right. Playing the game right, friends. You don't go all in on everything, but you do throw lottery tickets. You do appreciate them for existing, but also, you know, don't cheat on a 2x, bro, because our winners have to pay up for all the pain and misery of the past. Is it still crime season? Yes, it is. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you in the next one.